Hey guys, welcome to the video. So we are in the third part of our Python for Data Science series. Till now we have learned about how to install Python and about Python data types. In this video we are going to learn about something which are called operators. Have you ever wondered how Python performs calculations, compares values or makes decisions? Well, all of this is possible using something called operators. Before learning about different operators, we will be learning about the meaning and importance of operators here. So what are operators? An operator is a symbol that performs an operation. For example, if we write a plus b, the operator plus is acting on the two operands a and b. Here a and b are called operands. If any operator acts on single variable, it is called unary operator. If any operator acts on two operands, then it is called a binary operator. And if it acts on three variables, then it is called a ternary operator. This is one type of classification. We can classify operators depending upon their nature also, and those are arithmetic operators, assignment operators, unary minus operator, relational operators, logical operators, boolean operators, membership operators, and identity operators. We will be discussing all these one by one. First in the list is arithmetic operators. These operators are used to perform basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. There are 7 arithmetic operations in Python. The 7 operators here are addition operator, which adds 2 values, subtraction operator, which subtracts one value from another, multiplication operator, which multiplies the values on either side of the operator, division operator, divides the left operand by the right operand, modulus operator, which gives the remainder of the division, exponent operator, which calculates the exponential power value, integer division operator, which gives the integer quotient. When there is an expression which contains multiple arithmetic operations, then we follow a specific order for deciding which operation operates first. The order of evaluation is that first the parentheses, that are the brackets, then exponent, that is the power, then multiplication, division, modulus, and floor division. These are given the equal priority. And then finally addition and subtraction are done. Second in the list is assignment operators. Now what are assignment operators? These operators are useful to store the right side value into the left side variable. Now let's see all the assignment operators one by one. The first one here is assignment operator, which stores the right side value in the left side variable. The addition assignment operator adds the right operand to the left operand and stores the result into the left operand. Subtraction assignment operator, which subtracts the right operand from the left operand and assigns the result into the left operand. Multiplication assignment operator, which multiplies right operand to the left operand and stores the result in the left operand. Division assignment operator, which divides the left operand by the right operand and stores the result in the left operand. Next is modulus assignment operator, which divides the left operand with the right operand and stores the remainder in the left operand. Next is the exponential assignment operator, which performs the power value and stores the result in the left operand. And the last one is the floor division assignment operator, which performs the floor division and then stores the result in the left operand. Now we are going to discuss the unary minus operator. The unary minus operator is denoted by the symbol minus. When this operator is used before a variable, its value is negated. That means if the value is positive, it will be converted into negative and vice versa. The fourth one in the list is relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare two quantities. We can compare if two values are equal or one is greater or one is smaller. These operators will result in true or false depending on the values compared. Now we will be discussing all the relational operators one by one. The first one here is greater than operator. If the value of the left operand is greater than the value of the right operand, it gives true, else it gives false. The next one is greater than or equal to operator. If the value of the left operand is greater or equal to the right operand, it gives true or else it gives false. Similarly, it is for the less than operator and less than or equal to operator. The next operator is equals operator. In this, if the value of the left operand is equal to the value of the right operand, then the result is true or else the result is false. And the last one here is not equals operator. In this, if the left operand is not equal to the right operand, then the result would be true or otherwise it will be false. Now we will be discussing all the logical operators. Logical operators are useful to construct compound conditions. A compound condition is a combination of more than one simple condition. Each of the simple conditions are evaluated to true or false, and then the decision is taken whether the condition is true or false. The first one here is AND operator. Here AND works like if both the operands are true, then it will give true as a result. And in any other case, such as if any of the two operands is false or both the operands are false, then it will give the false as a result. The second operator is OR operator. In this case, if both the operators are false, then it gives the result as false. And in any other case, such as any of the operands being true or both the operands being true, it will give true as a result. The third operator in this is NOT operator. If the operand is true, then it will give the false. And if the operand is false, then it will give the true. Now we will be discussing the Boolean operators. So we know that there are two bool type literals. They are true and false. Boolean operators act upon bool type literals and give bool type outputs. It means that when the output is provided, it will be either true or false, as we discussed earlier in the logical operators. Now we will be discussing the membership operators. The membership operators are useful to test for membership in the sequence like strings, lists, tuples, dictionaries. For example, if an element is found in a sequence or not can be asserted using these operators. There are two membership operators which are in and not in. The in operator operates like if the element is found in the specific sequence, then it returns true, and if not found, then it returns false. The not in operator works in the reverse manner. The operator returns false if the element is found in the sequence, and it returns true if the element is not found in the sequence. Now, we will be discussing the identity operators. These operators compare the memory location of two objects to know if the two objects are same or not. The memory location of an object can be seen by using the function called id function. There are two identity operators that are is and is not. The is operator is used to compare whether the two objects are same or not. It will internally compare the identity of the two numbers of the objects and give the result as true or false depending on the similarity. The is not operator on the other hand gives true if both the objects are not same and false if both the objects are the same. Apart from all these operators, there is something called mathematical functions. So the deal here is that performing more complex operations like finding square roots, logarithms, sine, cos, etc. There are specific built-in functions in Python. We need not learn all of them since the basic are the ones we read earlier. Now the question is, if we find more than one operator in an expression, then what should be the order of their interpretation? Here comes the theory of precedence and associativity of operators in Python. So in the given table, you can look at the order in which Python executes the operators. This is called the order of precedence. And suppose if an expression contains the operators which are in the same row of the order of precedence, then we'll be going from left to right. That is, the one operator on the left will be executed first. This is called the order of associativity. So these were all the operators in Python. Now in the end of the video, today's tip is comments. So what are comments in Python? In Python, comments are used to explain code and are ignored when the program runs. For putting a comment in between our code, we put a hash symbol in front of the line and the job is done. If we want to put a multi-line comment, then we will have to put a hash in front of each line. Python allows the use of triple single and triple double quotes to define multi-line strings. Although these are the technical string literals and not comments, they can be used as comments if they are not assigned to a variable. So this was all for today's video. We will be discussing input and output in the next video of this series. Till then, keep learning, keep applying and keep building.